How you doing?
Good.
Good. There's Rabbi Brown.
Hi, John. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I was saying before, they're also dressed up in their living room.
Doesn't want to be muted. Is that okay?
Bonnie, you don't have to be muted.
She wants to be heard.
Bonnie,
Morning.
Totally. Okay, I'm gonna put
good morning.
morning there. I'm sorry, but this is
That said, let me welcome you virtually to Temple Sholom and to our Shabbat morning service. I'm going to ask Ketra Tausik, whose video I'm going to spotlight right now, to lead us in an opening song.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד.
So as we gather on our screens and in our homes and living rooms to celebrate this milestone moment for this family, it's a milestone moment for our congregation as well. One of the first B'nai Mitzvah that we have done remotely and virtually. And it's a moment of celebration, a blessing, and certainly a moment of Shehechianu. But before we say all of that, we want to give John's parents an opportunity to present him with his talit.
The talit is going to feel a little bit big on you today, but we look forward to watching you grow into it. And hopefully having your spiritual life grow with you as you grow into adulthood. This talit is special. It was made by a group called Women of the Wall, and they're dedicated to bringing women as full participants and citizens into Jewish spiritual and religious life. I hope that you have this for many years, and I hope that it can be part of your participation in community and in spirituality in a way that's meaningful to you.
Mia, there's a tradition at our shul that I really appreciate, and it's a tradition of inclusiveness. When at times in the service, the people will be invited to take their talit and embrace others. And for myself, I don't have a talit, but I've really enjoyed coming underneath Nathan's talit. He's the tallest, then Ella's, and then Sarah's, your mom's. And now, after this service, I'm hoping that in the future, you'll invite me under your talit as well.
So Mia, go ahead and do the blessing for wearing the talit.
Amen.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shekevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
לדור נגד לך, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגד לך,
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך.
So at this time, normally in our synagogue, we would ask the B'nai Mitzvah family to come up on the bima, along with those that are opening the doors of the ark, so that we can pass the Torah Lador Vador from generation to generation. We've had to make a slight modification, more than a slight modification to that, and that is that we brought the Torah to Layla's home, and you have had it now for a few days in your house. As I explained in my instructions with you, it is Jewish tradition in times of strife and difficulty, particularly in a home, to bring a Torah, to bring a Sefer Torah into that home, to hopefully bring blessings and goodness into the home. Indeed, if we had enough, we would bring them into every home in our community. But it is an opportunity for us to acknowledge the blessing that is taking place in your home right now. And so I wanted to ask Layla's mom and dad to hand Torah to their daughter. And as we do that, we acknowledge the chain of transmission, Shalshelet HaKabbalah, of the passing of Torah from one generation to the next? Perfect, just like we practiced. So first I'm going to turn to your grandparents, Bill and Risa, to offer you a blessing at this moment. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Mia, we pass Torah to you on behalf of generations, including your great-Grammy, who stood first in this line for so long. We hope that you will be guided by Jewish teachings throughout your life.
And Penny and Neil, as you pass
Mia.
Torah to your granddaughter.
Mia, as we pass you Torah, we hope that Jewish tradition enriches your life, your thoughts, your actions, your connection with the wider world, and the nurture of the beautiful spirit within you.
Thank you. And Max and Sarah, do you have a word for your daughter as you pass her Torah?
I don't know if I can beat that. Beautiful. I might just defer to the seniors on that one and pass it on.
Joel, a word for your grandson before he says the Shema?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. John, I cannot think of any other event in one's life that could give a grandfather greater pleasure than that which I now have the pleasure and honor to do. In passing on the traditional and ancient blessing from grandfather to grandson that began with our forefather Jacob when he did this to his two grandsons, I pray that the Almighty will bless you and keep you, so that you may in turn provide to the children of your children, and thereby maintain for generations ahead our Jewish identity and continuity. And God bless you.
Amen.
Amen.
John, if you'll lead us in the Shema, please.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Amoda livracha haTorah Yehudit ba Michael ve'Elaine ve'Sylvie bat Yehudit. We call for reading of Torah, the bat mitzvah girl, Layla, and for blessing of the Torah, Julie and Sylvie Cox.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Beautiful. Okay, Layla.
Vayomer ani avir kol tuvi al panecha v'karati v'shem.
We want to ask John's parents to take a moment to offer him a blessing at this moment before he reads his very own aliyah for his bar mitzvah.
Okay. Sure. Our hearts are one on this joyous day as you commit yourself to a life of Torah, a life, we pray, filled with wisdom, caring, and right action.
We pray that you will grow each day in compassion for the needy, in concern for the stranger, in love of all people.
May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, and Rebekah, Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, bless you on your becoming a bar mitzvah.
May you grow with strength and courage, vision and sensitivity, and may you always be certain of our love. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Jeff?
Yamod vivracha Lev Tzvi ben Chasav David Habar Mitzvah. And we call for his very own aliyah, our bar mitzvah man, John Hamilton.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch et Adonai Elohim.
Amen.
Bara'ah HaKohen. V'hinei seit lavana ba'or. Vahi.
You can all unmute your microphones in one giant mazel tov. 1, 2, 3.
Mazel tov!
So Mia, I'm going to invite you to come on up because it's now time for you to share your Devar Torah. I have to say, you're my first bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah student that I've studied with completely over Zoom, and I really looked forward to our meetings together. It was really fun to study with you. And wait, Mia, you're muted.
Yeah. Oops. Okay, never mind. The middle of this parsha has a brief description of the holidays in our Jewish year. There's the Sabbath, the 7 days of rest, Rosh Hashanah, a celebration of rest at the beginning of the month, a sacred occasion commemorated with loud blasts, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, when you shall not work, and if you do, you will perish.
A few weeks ago, I thought that I was having a regular bat mitzvah with everyone there at the synagogue. A week later, I thought it was going to be postponed to a later date. The next week, I found out that I was doing it online, right here. This has never been done before, but I was willing to give it a try. I'd rather have everyone watch from their screens than have to worry about their safety. This bat mitzvah service has been modified in the slightest bit to accommodate our circumstances. Although it is not ideal, I am grateful to be having a bat mitzvah at all.
I hope that just like how when the Kohanim pulled someone out of the community for a while with the intention to bring them back, this social distancing keeps us safe and makes us all the more happy when we are with our friends after this pandemic. My bar mitzvah project is also very relevant to COVID. To help out kids who may be lonely or bored, I am videoing myself reading some of my favorite picture books from when I was little and putting them on YouTube for anyone to watch. I also chatted with kids live on Zoom. This virus has left a lot of kids feeling bored and lonely, me included, and parents feeling overwhelmed. And so I decided I wanted to help in any way I could. There are a lot of people who I want to thank. Thanks, of course, to my parents, mom and dad, for always helping me out and just being there to support me since day one. Thank you to Annette for your incredible help throughout the last 9-ish months and being so kind and patient. Thank you to Rabbi Dan, Rabbi Brown, and Cantor Naomi for making this whole online bar mitzvah come together. Thank you to Cantor Shira for helping me write my Devar Torah. Thanks to my sister for listening to me trying to chant Torah for the last 9-ish months and helping me out so much through that time. Thanks to Nana Rhoda, Papa Joel, and Nana Norma for always being so loving. And of course, thanks to everyone today who is watching online right now.
Yasha Koach. That was wonderful. Yes, we figured that part out. That was great. Showering him with sweetness. That's wonderful. John, don't go anywhere. Come back up to the camera for a second. I wanted to say a few words to you before we give you some gifts and certificates and a blessing. Yeah, that was wonderful. That was terrific. Don't go far. Not that you can. You're in your own house. But come back up onto the screen. We want to invite Daniel Steiner, a member of our board and a member of your family, to share with you some words and offer you some gifts and certificates on behalf of the congregation. I think I'm going to need your mom or dad's help with this because those gifts and certificates are miraculously already in your home. Daniel.
Mia, from the time you were born, I felt a special connection to you, given your middle name is Naomi. Over the years, it's been amazing to watch you grow up into the terrific person you've become. And on the Jewish education front, it was particularly fun to see you learning at Temple's religious school when Ben, your cousin, was your assistant teacher. And to Sarah and Max, Mazel Tov, what an amazing simcha and an amazing daughter you've raised.
Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen.
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. I'm guessing that was wine, not grape juice. Okay, why don't you lead us in the Motzi, John?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Now you can turn on your microphones. I'm going to unmute you all.
Picture.
Mics are unmuted. Your cameras are more or less on.
Mazel tov.